This is the Vibe Gel Memory Foam Mattress that finally let me wake up without that dull ache in my lower back, while still feeling cushioned at my shoulders and hips. If you want pressure relief without losing support, that balance is what stands out right away. This mattress sits in the bed in a box category, and it is a medium-feel foam mattress with a gel-infused top layer. I see it fitting best for sleepers who want a softer, contouring top but still need a stable base so they do not sink too far. It makes a lot of sense for apartments and smaller rooms because it ships compact, and I have been using the twin size, which is perfect for a guest room, a kid's room, or a single sleeper who wants real support in a smaller footprint. If you prefer a cloud soft feel with zero resistance, or if you are a very heavy stomach sleeper who needs a very firm surface, this may not be your best match. For everyone else who likes medium, I think it hits a sweet spot. Design-wise, the parts that actually matter day to day are pretty straightforward. The top is a softer memory foam that molds to your body, and underneath there is a firmer support foam that keeps your spine aligned and stops that hammock effect. The cover comes included, which sounds like a small thing until you realize you do not have to hunt down something that fits and feels right on day one. The fabric is smooth to the touch, does not feel plasticky, and it adds a thin layer of protection without muting the feel of the foam. The overall profile is about 12 inches, which I have found to be tall enough to feel substantial and low enough that standard sheets fit without a wrestling match. The edges are not reinforced like some hybrid mattresses with springs, so sitting right on the edge does compress a bit, but lying near the edge still feels stable and safe. Setup could not be simpler. It arrives compressed and rolled up, and I carried the twin size by myself without any drama. I opened it on the bed frame, cut the plastic carefully, and watched it expand quickly. Within a couple of hours it had taken shape, and after a day it was fully expanded. I let it breathe for a night with a window open. There is a new foam smell when you first open it, but in my case it was mild and gone by the next afternoon. The first night it felt slightly firmer, and by the second and third nights the top foam relaxed into that medium sweet spot. If you are sensitive to feel, give it a couple of nights to break in. Responsiveness is what surprised me most. Memory foam has that reputation for making you feel stuck, but here I could roll from side to back without fighting the surface. The top has a slow, cushy contour, and the base catches you before you slide too deep. It is an easy mattress to live with because it stays quiet, never creaks, and it plays well with a simple platform frame. I did not have to adjust my routine, and changing sheets is straightforward because the fabric does not drag or grab like some knit covers do. Let me talk about the core performance that matters during sleep. Pressure relief on shoulders and hips is excellent. On my side, my shoulder settles in and my neck stays neutral with the right pillow. On my back, the foam fills the curve of my lower back, which is why I wake up without that tightness. For stomach sleeping, I can do a few hours comfortably. But if you are a heavier stomach sleeper who needs a very flat, very firm surface, you may prefer something firmer. Spinal alignment felt consistent, and I never had the sensation of rolling toward the middle, even when lying in the same spot for a long time. Motion isolation is a real strength. Even though I tested the twin, I did a quick shake test with a full water glass and a heavy book on the other side, and the movement barely transferred. On a larger size, that would translate to one person moving without waking the other. Noise is essentially zero. No springs, no squeaks, just foam doing foam things. Temperature is always the big question with memory foam. I sleep warm, and this gel-infused top kept me comfortable through several warm nights. It does not feel icy cold, but it does not trap heat the way older foam beds did. I noticed that when I changed positions, the surface cooled back down quickly instead of holding onto my body heat. If you are extremely heat sensitive, a breathable cotton sheet and a light protector help a lot, but on its own, this mattress stayed in the comfortable range for me. For real-world scenarios, I used it in a small room that doubles as a home office. During the day, I sat at the edge to tie shoes or set up a laptop, and the edge held up fine for short stints, though you do feel more compression than on a hybrid with springs. At night, I rotated between side and back. On nights when I got fewer hours, I paid attention to how I felt in the morning. The shoulder pressure that I used to get on a firmer spring mattress just did not show up here, and my lower back felt supported. I also tested a midday nap after a workout, when muscles feel more sensitive. Lying still for 30 minutes did not cause any pins and needles, which tells me the pressure relief is consistent and not just a first-hour effect. There was a weekend where I stayed up late and tossed around more than usual. This is where responsiveness made a difference. The surface cradles you, but you can still pivot and reposition without pushing off hard. I never felt trapped, which is a common complaint with softer foam beds. If you love a super bouncy feel like a classic spring mattress, you will not get that trampoline lift, but you also will not get motion traveling across the bed. A specific use case that stood out was hosting a friend for 2 nights. I put the twin in the guest nook and left a simple cotton sheet set on it. He is a side sleeper with shoulder issues, and he mentioned he slept through both nights without waking at the usual pressure points. He did notice the edge softness when sitting, but during sleep he felt secure even near the side. That is pretty much my experience too. As a daily sleeper for one person, the twin is more than enough, and the support and contouring feel consistent from the center out to the edges. There are a couple of smart touches that improve daily use. The included cover is one. It is smooth, breathable, and it keeps the foam clean without feeling crinkly or noisy. I still recommend a thin, breathable protector, but you can get going right away with the cover that is already on the mattress. The foam is independently certified to be made without harmful chemicals and to meet strict standards for emissions and performance, which gives me peace of mind for indoor air quality. The whole bed in a box approach also means moving it into tight spaces is less stressful. I set it up alone, and then it was ready to sleep on the same day. There are a few small trade-offs worth noting. Edge support is fine for sleeping, but if you sit on the far edge for long stretches, you will feel it sink. The first 24 hours have that new foam smell, so crack a window and let it breathe. For very heavy sleepers who prefer a very firm feel, you might want to look at a firmer model or a hybrid with a reinforced perimeter. Those are not deal breakers for me, but they are worth mentioning. Over a stretch of weeks, what stayed consistent was the balance. The top feels plush enough to relax into, and the base holds posture so I do not wake up sore. It is a calming, quiet sleep surface that never calls attention to itself. Sheets fit well, it does not run hot, and it isolates movement. I rotate the mattress head to toe every couple of months to keep wear even, and the feel has remained stable. For a twin in a small room, it has been a very easy upgrade. To wrap it up, I would recommend the Vibe Gel Memory Foam Mattress to anyone who wants that medium, pressure-relieving feel with reliable back support. It suits side and back sleepers especially well, and light to medium-weight stomach sleepers should also be comfortable. If you value motion isolation, a quiet bed and simple setup, it is a strong choice. If you live on the edge of the bed or need an extra firm, springy surface, you might want to look at a firm hybrid instead. For most people who want a comfortable, supportive foam mattress that is simple to bring home and set up, this one gets the basics right and stays consistent night after night. I will leave all the information about the Vibe Gel Memory Foam Mattress in the comments. I hope to see you again in the following videos.